yeah, I've never been out here before, so I'm excited to see what the sunlight brings in the morning. Well, I got myself lined up this morning for an old-fashioned slow cook and a hike. I'm going to do another one of these pre-made soup mixes. This is Mitchell's Mexican Tortilla Soup Mix. And there's actually a lot of steps to making this happen, but I'm just going to ignore all that because I got a slow cooker and it does not care about instructions. And it looks like I was also supposed to pick up a can of diced tomatoes, but I passed the point of no return to a grocery store a long time ago. The road out here was actually pretty good because the Baymag mine is right over there. The last section was slightly less maintained, but still passable in a Honda Civic. I think this Marvel Pass Trailhead is pretty popular in the summer. I need 10 cups of water. We made it. Slow cook, low, 8 hours. So this area is a pocket in the Rockies that is not within the park system. I guess the mining and forestry industries had first dibs here. So I can actually fly my drone up on Mount Gloria. And this is like the closest that you can fly to Mount Assiniboine without a permit. So it should be a pretty good view. And I hear this is just like a straightforward hike, not too difficult. I'm also considering doing Eon Mountain back over there. But that one has a scary history. The first people to reach the top, he fell off soon after. He stepped on a loose rock, went over the edge and died. And his wife, she couldn't find her way back down. So she was stranded up there for 8 days before she was rescued. But back then, these roads and trails didn't exist. They had to take a much harder route up the other side. So from this side, it's a lot easier until you reach the final push to the summit, which I hear is kind of exposed, and some people choose to rope up for it. There's still blueberries available here. They taste really good too. The GPS track that I'm following goes up and around that, but it's since been confirmed that the high point of Gloria is up through there, so that's where we're gonna go. This is one of those trash pile mountains. Everything you touch just wiggles around like a loose tooth. It's hard to know what to trust. Looking promising that I can fly the drone up here. This register was placed July 29, 2018 by Doug Lutz and Andrew Vigara. Not a bad hike. You could probably drive a Honda Civic up here. There's Eon Mountain. Not only does it have a scary history, it also looks really scary. The mighty Mount Assiniboine shrouded in clouds today. And way off in the distance, another 11,000 footer, Mount Joffre. So it took 5 hours to get up here, probably about 3 to get back to the van, so I'll be just in time for that slow cook to finish up. I actually made it back before it's finished, so I'm gonna shred up the chicken. Just look at this. Beautiful. I reset the battery monitor this morning before I left and used almost 100 amp hour today. It was a pretty heavy dinger. The fridge probably used a little bit, but that would have used the most. I'm going to shut it down because it's ready to go. I think we got another winner here. We're just missing one thing. Really good, really easy, and I got food there for days, and it's cold enough that the van is like a refrigerator, so I can just leave it in there and it'll be fine. I want to go another 1.5 kilometers down this road, but I'm too late. The road is gone, and I don't want to park there for the night because these burn trees could fall over. So I think I can turn around here. If I move this tree out of the way, then I can get back to a wider spot to sleep at. Alright, now that I got a fire going, let's play with some diesel. Actually, I should probably back up just a bit before I do this. So I'm trying to set up a 2-pump system so I can choose between whatever one I want, just in case. I got these fittings that I'm going to hook up on the fuel line. I really hope this is the last time that I have to deal with touching all this diesel fuel line. There's so many flies. I'm one rubber piece short, so I'm going to see if I can put the fuel line directly into this. I think everything's in place. I just need some clips for these hoses so they're not jiggling around. Do a test run with the quiet pump. Do a test run with the noisy pump. I'm really tired. I didn't think that was going to take so long, but it works good. And maybe I can set up a switch here later on so I can toggle between them easier. And I did drive all the way out here for a reason. I'm just ready to go to bed right now, so I'll have to talk about that tomorrow. I wasn't looking forward to setting off on this trip. I almost put it off till tomorrow, or maybe not at all. I planned this out about 2 weeks ago, and given me nightmares ever since. So I'm just bushwhacking my way down and out of the Purcells. I'm gonna start off by losing about 600 meters of elevation down to the Beaver River, which I'm not even sure I can cross. I just spotted some logs jammed across it with the satellite imagery, so I'm gonna aim for that, hope for the best. And then I gotta start climbing up into the Selkirks and Glacier National Park of Canada to Mount Dawson. So this is gonna be a huge day, and it just all depends on how quickly I can get through this bushwhacking. Anybody know what this is? It's attached to this string that goes way up into the tree. So it must have fallen from the sky. There's another part of it right there. Looks like a weather balloon. So far this bushwhacking has been alright. Making good time. Whoa! There is an old trail here. I just don't know anything about it. On my old topographic map, there's a cabin and a bridge like 2 kilometers in that direction, but I have no idea if it's still there. So I'm gonna continue on bushwhacking. There you go. The power of satellite imagery led me right to the perfect spot to cross. Oh, ah. Oh well, this is not deep there. It is a lot worse on this side. So much more dense. Just try to keep going up. Not look at the GPS too much because I've not covered any distance since the last time I looked at it. That might be the worst part of the day behind me now. It's got a contour. It's got a contour around to the DeVille Glacier. It's not like I'm done bushwhacking either. I still have that much more to go. This just keeps getting worse. And it's starting to take its toll on me. I'm 6 hours into this, and I've been going a pretty good pace. It's gonna take 6 hours to get back to the van, so I don't have enough time to reach Mount Dawson today. This is an overnight trip. For this area, it's known as the Glacier Circle, and there's a historic cabin up there, so I'll check that out, then head back to the van. Mount McCoon, just don't have time. Everything is slightly out of reach for day hiking distance. Oh, slippery. I hate that I have to rush around. It'd be so nice to spend a night in here. It's a really nice cabin. I don't know how often it gets booked. Someone's gonna show up tonight or not, I don't know. Looks like they're trying to protect these signatures in here. Some are from the 1930s. This one's from 1929. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be back. I was not there on the way up. I can't believe I'm still out here bushwhacking. It's ridiculous. Next hike is on a trail. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That was a nightmare. I think there's a different approach route from the highway, but it's like twice as long. And I don't know if it's maintained or even possible to use that trail anymore. I think most people do it in the winter. They ski up the glacier on the other side and come down to it. Yeah, maybe I should have spent the night there. I don't know if I want to go through that again. I'm glad that cabin was out there though, that there was like a final highlight to it. I think the most painful moment was a tree branch went straight across my eyeball like a cheese grater. Hurts. Well, thanks for coming along on another one. It's crunch time right now. I'm just trying to get out and see as many things as I can before the snow falls. It's almost October now, so it could happen at any time, and none of these places will be accessible anymore. The winter is just so long here, so you got to make the most of the summer. Days like these are just a precious commodity, and you got to get out and do things. But yeah, I'm hoping that this winter I can make my way down to the States and see some new areas, get away from the cold weather for a bit, so we'll see about that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and thank you to Patreon supporters. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you in the next episode.